What's going on, everybody? This is your boy Man Up coming at you with a quick video about the Houston Rockets. Now, this video is going to be kind of short, but I want to go ahead and get straight to the point. We all know Houston Rockets traded Chris Paul for Russell Westbrook. Both have somewhat similar contracts, but at least Westbrook is a little bit younger, maybe like 4 or 5 years, something like that. So you can understand him getting that money for, a little bit younger player. Well, not really, but still, it makes a little bit more sense, I guess you could say. Now, word is that Harden wanted Westbrook to join him in Houston, and they made it happen. It is what it is. Do I like the deal personally? No. But I'm a forever and always be a Houston Rockets fan, so there that go. Now, also with that being said, when it first happened, I didn't like the Chris Paul trade because of who we gave up to get him. We gave up like 5 players and like 3 draft picks for one person. That is a lot. There's no knock on Chris Paul. It's just that's a lot. Now, we give up Chris Paul for Russell Westbrook, a couple of picks, and then we swap a couple of picks with the OKC Thunder. Don't make any sense, but it is what it is. Now, with that also being said, let's go ahead and just get into the mix. At this point in time, the Rockets have acquired Russell Westbrook. I'm having a hard time saying his name. Russell Westbrook. Also, we acquired Tyson Chandler. We also got what's his name? Anthony Bennett. I think he was with the Brooklyn Nets, if I'm not mistaken. We also got him. And also, too, the Rockets was in talk or trying to find a way to get Andre Iguodala. Now, I don't know if that's going to happen, but we'll see. See what happens. I guess it's just that me personally, I'm not a fan of the trade, so I'm just not too excited about it. I'm just not a fan of it. But like I said, I am a Rockets fan through and through, and I am going to support my team. Now, a lot of people, this is the part that's getting me. A lot of people are saying that Harden and Russell Westbrook would not coexist, excuse me. Now, with that being said, though, I do think that they can make it work. Hell, Chris Paul and James Harden made it work. I know people might say it didn't work only because they didn't win a championship. No, it worked because they had good, successful seasons, against each other. I mean, not against each other, with each other. First time went to a Western Conference Finals, almost to the NBA Finals. Second time, got knocked out in the second round last year. Well, this past season, I should say. Chris Paul has never been that far. He's only made it to the second round. He's never been to the Western Conference Finals or any conference finals. I mean, the Rockets haven't been to the Western Conference Finals since the last time we won it, and we was there two seasons ago. So I think that's pretty successful. I mean, I'm not. Did it culminate and did it ultimately get us a NBA championship? Not this time, no. But before, yes. Now, with that being said, though, with this trade, I do think they'll try to find a way to make it work. They can complement each other. You know what I'm saying? They'll make it work. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. They'll make it happen. You know what I'm saying? They're professional athletes. They're going to try to figure out a way to get this thing to work. You know, it might not take the first season, might take the second or third season, but they're going to try to find a way to make it work. Now, My personal opinion on free agency, the Rockets free agency, is this. I think that we should go after another big body, long arms, kind of like Marcus Smart from the Celtics. If I'm not mistaken, he played for the Celtics. I gotta look that up, but I saw that name and I remember the face and stuff like that. Also, too, is another guy. I cannot think. Marcus Morris, I think it is. I forget the exact names, but I think we should go after a long arm body guy that can help us defend. For example, just take a look back on when we won our championships. We had someone long armed who could defend in Robert Ory. It also was a damn good shooter, kind of like with Kevin Garnett. That's why when we lost Trevor Ariza in free agency, that's why we saw that big dip in our playoffs performance this past season. This past season, excuse me, because we didn't have somebody long arm like him that can, I'm saying, put a little bit of pressure on the opposing team. You know, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? We gotta make changes. You gotta try to adapt and evolve. Other teams made changes to their roster for the better. Of course, the Rockets got to do the same thing. The Rockets got to do something. But my personal opinion is this: we should not be sitting here trying to get players just because of their namesake. Can't do that. It's never going to work. You got to get players that's willing to win, that's hungry. Now, I'm not saying Russell, I can't say his name, Russell Westbrook. There we go. I'm not saying that he's not hungry, he's not willing to win. No, I'm not saying that. What I'm actually saying is, if you get someone of the caliber of someone that's never ever won it all, that's never been there. If y'all remember, in OKC, Harden, Durant, and Russell Westbrook has been to the NBA Finals. Yeah, they got beat by Miami in, I think, 5 or 6 games, but they've been. So they know kind of like what it feels like a little bit to get there. I want someone who's hungry, who hasn't been there, that's willing to dominate, to do what they got to do to get there. I'm not saying Russell Westbrook is not going to do that. No. I'm just saying, I guess you can call me old school. What I'm saying is this. Go back to when we won our 2 titles back in the mid-90s. We only had one All-Star at the time, and that was Elijah Warren. Everybody else was just role players. But we won. Then the second year we won it, then we acquired another All-Star in Clyde Drexler. See what I'm saying? So all I'm saying is this here, is that I don't think we should be trying to trade for a big name player because we wanted Jimmy Butler. The Carmelo Anthony thing didn't work. I don't know why it didn't, but it didn't. It didn't. I don't know what happened, but hey, he's still getting paid until another team pick him up. He's still getting paid. So I don't know. They went ahead and just paid him off or whatever. I don't know what happened, but I know he got released. So it is what it is. But with this off season here, I think this has been, my personal opinion, the craziest off season since I've been into basketball, and I've been into basketball since like the early 90s, like 91 or somewhere around there. I've been into professional basketball, into the NBA. Of course, it had to be my hometown, Houston Rockets. That just goes without saying. And I've never seen a bunch of teams make moves like this. So I understand where the Rockets was going. They got to do something for the organization. They had to make a big move, and they did. Of course, you got to keep butts in the seats. That's how the organization makes their money. It's not so much of it's a combination of different things, but mostly by the fans showing up to games. That's how they really make their money. By fans showing up to the games, selling the jerseys, all the extra stuff like the backgrounds here I got right here, TV airtimes, things like that. It's what promotes the certain team that you like. So of course they got to make a big move since the other team was making big moves. Since we couldn't get the couple of players that we wanted, said, well, we're going to have to do something else. And they made it happen. So I get it from a team business standpoint. But from a fan standpoint, nah, this was not a good move. I don't know what made them come up with this idea, but it was a dumb idea. Now, I'm saying that now, but I'd be the first to admit it might work. You know what I'm saying? We could still be successful in making things happen. It might work. Will it work? Only time will tell. Will we win a championship with this roster? Only time will tell. But I will say this here though. I didn't like the Chris Paul trade. It ended up being pretty decent. Cheered him on a lot. So I'll be the first to, you know what I'm saying, eat my words on that. I'll be the first to admit it. Do I like this trade? No. If it works, hey, great. I'm always be a Houston Rockets fan, like I just said. Just like a couple of off seasons ago, we were talking about we should get LeBron James. I was like, oh no. But I already knew if he did come to the Houston Rockets, of course I'd cheer him on because I'm a Rockets fan. So, but it's just the thing to with these trades. It's like I get it from a business standpoint. You gotta make a power move, you know, and they did it, and I understand that. But will this actually work? Only time will tell. They'll make it happen though. They will make it happen. James Harden don't want the ball in his hand all the time, just like Chris Paul didn't. That's why he came to Houston. Now, I know you're going to say, oh, they got rid of Chris Paul because him and Harden had that little run in at the end of Game 5 or Game 6, when they lost to the Warriors. Well, I'm going to speculate like this here. Everybody has a little bump heads with a little bit with somebody. That's just how it goes. You know what I'm saying? You go to work, you see your same coworkers every day, they start getting on your nerves, you're going to say something. It's just how it is. But as long as it don't escalate to something real horrible, you're okay. That's just how this thing works. You know what I'm saying? Of course you're going to be frustrated. You're not winning. Of course you're going to be frustrated. You're upset. I'll be upset too. And Rockets fans were upset. So, duh. You're going to be upset. So, it is what it is. Now, also too, will this work with Russell Westbrook? People keep saying how ball dominant these players are. Well, I will say this here: the first year with Chris Paul, James Harden wasn't really that ball dominant. Now, this past season, he kind of was because of all the injuries. Chris Paul was out, Clint Capella was out, Eric Gordon was out, Austin Rivers was out, Gerald Green was out for a little bit, PJ Tucker was out for a little bit. So James Harden had to be ball dominant. He had to. He had to be ball dominant. That's why he was scoring all those 50, 60-point games. It was a streak of 30 games or 29 games or something like that with 30 straight points. He had to. If he wouldn't have did that, we wouldn't have even sniffed the playoffs. We probably would have been in like the 12th spot in the Western Conference if it wasn't for James Harden scoring all up, doing what he had to do. So when people are saying these things, I think they got a point. They are right, but they're not going deep into the situation at hand. So to evaluate everything, you know what I'm saying, to further make their point. So he had to. With that being said, though, I just wanted to go ahead and give my thoughts on this trade. Just go ahead and tell you like it is. I don't really like it. Only time will tell will it work. And like I said, it might change my mind. Just like the Chris Paul trade changed my mind. It did. So it is what it is. This is your boy Man Up. I'm gonna go ahead and sign off. Salute to them Houston Rockets. Like they slogan say, excuse me. Run as one. Holla at you.